Audio Jungle. This is High Tech News TV News. Nandini Azad, President of the Working Women's Forum, Indian's Cooperative Network for Women and a globally recognized cooperative leader, spearheaded a high-level dialogue at the Natesan Institute of Cooperative Management under the Aegis of National Council for Cooperative Training, Delhi, Ministry of Cooperatives. The NICM, as a part of the ongoing celebration of the United Nations International Year of Cooperatives 2025, organized Southern Zone Cooperatives Innovations for Women and Marginalized Communities. The event held under the International Year of Cooperative theme Cooperative Build a Better World focused on the critical and interconnected challenges of climate change, the pervasive issue of gender violence and the path forward to gender responsive COP and the Brazil. Dr. Azad is attending the COP30 in Brazil the next fortnight at the addressing the triple crisis climate change, gender violence and the cooperative solutions. Dr. Azad leveraged the platform to amplify the voices of grassroots women entrepreneurs and cooperatives, stressing that cooperatives are not merely economic enterprises but powerful vehicles for social justice and resilience. For the millions of poor women we serve in the informal sector, climate change is not on the abstract concept, it is daily threat to their livelihoods and their health and their safety. Dr. Azad stated, as climate-induced disasters intensify so that the risk of gender violence and displacement, the cooperative model with its principles of democratic control and community concern offers a tangible, scalable framework for a gender just climate and the adoption and mitigation. She underscored the urgent need for a global policy to recognize and finance women's cooperatives as key implementers of climate action, particularly in agriculture and disaster prone regions. Call to action for a gender responsive. A central theme of the dialogue was the necessity of integrating robust gender action plan into the outcomes of the forthcoming COP30 summit Brazil. Key imperatives are highlighted by Dr. Azad for the upcoming international climate gender responsive climate finance, mandating that at least 50% of all international climate finance for both mitigation and adoption projects be challenged directly to or through the women-led organizations and cooperatives.
I'm Nandini Azad, and I'm the president of the Working Women's Forum and represent the Indian Cooperative Network for Women. It's a very, very unique opportunity for me in my own city of Chennai at the Natesan Institute of Cooperatives, and particularly as I belong to the cooperative sector, I was very interested as a dozen women walked into my office a few weeks ago and said, you have to inspire us in Tamil Nadu. And I told those young women that Tamil women don't need inspiration. They are one of the boldest in the continent and if not internationally, and this is being proven. However, that they came from the MBA department, and the head of the department was very dynamic, and she laid out what they are going to do. They are going to be running stalls all over South India, artisanal work, weavers. They are all coming to celebrate this passing out of the MBA students, and I am here from the grassroots sector, from the Working Women's Forum and the Indian Cooperative Network, to say that you have to create grassroots leaders in the cooperatives now and women leaders. And the issues they mentioned was climate change. They mentioned gender violence and challenging cooperative solutions. So this is what we in the it is a very important institute in South India, and though they are under the Aegis of the National Council of NCCT Cooperative Training, their own work is very special, based in South India and most of it in Tamil Nadu. And I'd like to congratulate the management section department for the innovative and significant event that they are doing. Interestingly, it's near Diwali, so your sales may be there, because that is true that cooperatives always integrate with the social fabric. And both the girls, I have come particularly to tell you about our model. And MBAs, we never hired MBAs, I'm sorry about that. But our MBAs had to integrate with the cooperative system. See, there's a corporate system and there's a cooperative system. And therefore, the marriage of both would be very useful. And we made the cooperative leaders, managers, and MPs. And I am very proudly, I can tell you, my staff are nothing less than MPs. And you all know that also, but the press knows very well, they are very efficient. So we like these MBA students to get along on equal keel with these grassroots managers and to create more. The cooperative movement will not grow by me or tens of me. It will grow by only those grassroots workers if we want to improve the livelihood and the life of women workers, because I'm going to speak only about women workers. So how we did it in the forum, and then about the climate change. I'm going for the COP30 in Brazil tomorrow. And aday kondu varanoonu nenichen, because the climate change is one of the most important things for women farmers and women cooperative workers. And I've been invited to the Farmers Summit in Brazil at the climate change conference. The combination of this, and everybody asks us, so you're running cooperatives for financial inclusion? We say yes. And financial inclusion to stop gender violence. So you have this combination of cooperatives, financial inclusion, climate change, and how do we stop gender violence? Ratri adichena, how will you take care of the livelihood and the farming in your own area? So we are going to bring this integration into that. So, and I am very happy to be here, and I will speak because farmers have been left out of the climate change process. So we decided to have our own conference, because loss and damage fund, I don't know whether how much they will take us, but this has become a major issue, and cooperatives are getting involved. And cooperatives like us, Adaptation branch, where we had lot of problems with Kaja and other cyclones and what have you. There, how the cooperative ran to the bottom, helped them, and they have become our strongest branch, giving us the strongest dividends, because fisher people are very strong and the fisherwomen are very strong. But we have to stagger our help in such a way to help those fisher people challenge the climate change. Their lives were torn, their boats were torn, and they are now running supply chains. That's the grit of the fisherwoman and the cooperative fisherwoman. So therefore, that is an example I want to quote, that anything is possible. But the cooperative system is very flexible and not corporate. Because corporate has its advantages, but we have many advantages, the cooperative system. So I'd like to congratulate you and say you've done a great job. And I thank the Natesan Institute for, facilitating your work. And I fought for them. And the board meeting said, they may have broken chairs, but they have a fantastic spirit. And congratulations once again.